how do we understand and learn about the way that we frame the world? How we see the world and how we feel seen by the world tells us something about how we frame the world, how it fits within our frame. If our frame, the way that we see the world, is formed by, for instance, fear, then that fear becomes the frame through which we see not just our experience, but every experience. No matter how it's turned, no matter how it's shifted, that frame of fear informs what we do, who we see, and how we live. It can feel constraining, but it's familiar. So that familiar frame of fear becomes almost a comfort because it's so familiar. And it can be easy to think that this frame is the only thing that we can see. And we lose everything else around it. Pretty soon it might not even feel constraining. It might simply feel like this is how we live. And that makes sense. Because when fear has been a present part of our existence, then our perception of the world changes to include and embrace that fear, to always hold it close, to see through the lens of fear, and to perceive that everything should be a cause for fear. Sometimes that is a completely justifiable experience. Certainly, in a world that can be as hard as this world, fear makes sense because pain is just a fearful thing. There are plenty of reasons and causes. God knows human beings can be horrible. So having this frame is an experience. If we choose or if we entertain that maybe we don't want to be formed in fear, we don't want to be constrained in fear anymore, then knowing what this frame is can help us to maybe step aside. We don't have to get rid of the frame. The frame doesn't have to be given away. We don't have to break it down. We don't have to let it go. We can simply set it aside. And that frame can then potentially become more porous. Then the frame can be something that can enrich our life. That because of our experience, we know there are causes for fear, but that need not constrain us. We have more openings where we can step aside. We can even reach through that frame. We can see through it. We can recognize that our experiences inform us, but they do not have to define us. And that can be a liberating challenge And it can also be a challenge for liberation. So, how we frame our experience, how we frame our life, exploring that can really be, well, it can be amazing and well worth the discovery. I'm Catherine Gabriel-Jones. I'm an encouragement coach. And I believe in you.